Hello friends and welcome to the channel. This is Stormhaven Gaming, where you can see great games played badly. I'm John and this is Timberborn. I've played on for a few days through this cycle from the last episode. I think we ended the last episode at the end of the drought, so we're on day 12 of this cycle now, so played on for a fair bit. What have I done? Well, over here I've laid in some explosives to extend this water ditch to see if we can maybe dry up some of this area around here and use that for farming as well. So let's set those off. And we'll see how that works. Over here I have put in some more power wheels. So we're now producing about 900 horsepower, I think, with those and those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5, 6, 7, 8, 9.5. So 950 horsepower just off of the water wheels, which is still less than half of what we need to run everything at full power, but it does keep things trickling along. Over here I have now built a distribution post because we have a reasonable amount of food over here. We also, I've just noticed, have a ridiculous amount of science because we're just not buying things with our science points, so we might want to look to that at some point as well. Up here I am putting in a bridge across to this island, as I think we talked about last episode. I have laid in some explosives to continue bringing this section down, so we can set those off once this beaver is clear of the blast zone. There we go. Oh, there's another one coming. Run, beaver, run! There we go. Okay, we've obviously got this section here as well, which is well within the reach of this district. So I'm probably going to end up bringing that down as well and just having a two-layer step up, basically, to this area here. Over here I've put in a forester and planted up some trees. I have put in the second water pump. The third is waiting to be built. I've put in an additional water tank. I am laying in the explosives to widen at the moment, just widen this reservoir, and then we're going to spread over this way as well. What else have I? Oh, I've put in some steps up here. I've set all this to clear out so we can lay in explosives and bring this section down as well, but I've already laid in the explosives here, so let's set those off as well. There we go. And we can lay in the next lot. There we go. So that's basically where we are at the moment. I'll turn this on briefly. Just enough to top up that little hole, as it were. Yeah, I don't know. I might leave that as it is. I quite like that sort of little step up there, actually. But what I will do is that. And then I will bring the path down like so. And then we can bring this extra lump here down as well. Okay, so when I come across here, obviously we're going to want to put in a lumberjack to clear out some of this wood. But there's a lot of usable space over here if we can reach it from our district centre, which we should be able to do. It should have plenty of range, so we'll have access to our first proper underground ruins. Not that we need them, because if we have a look, we have 688 metal blocks, 772 scrap, and we're not using it for anything. Which is exactly the complaint I had with the last playthrough. You just build up metal because you don't use it for anything, really. Yeah, what I'll do is I will spin on at least till we get the start of the next drought. Hopefully some of these explosives will be laid in. We'll be able to start laying explosives around here, bring this nodule down, bring everything down to the this level here. And that will bring us closer to the goal. So I will spin on till we get the start of the drought, and I'll be back to talk about where we are. Okay, there's the drought, and it's going to be 7 days. That should be fine. We shouldn't have any problems with that. We have plenty of food, plenty of water, pretty much everywhere. Even in our new district, we have, let's have a look, 600 food, 500 water, and less than 30 beavers. So we should be okay there. The explosives haven't quite finished going in, as you can see. We are basically less than halfway through. These are just being laid in. The trees haven't grown yet, so I haven't bothered to rush the lumberjack flag. But over here, as you can see, these explosives are laid in, and we will get to those. But over here, our bridge is complete. We've laid in a lumberjack, and they're already starting to clear this out. And I'm just wondering how much dynamite we're going to need over here. Probably not much. We can probably stick with what we've got. Maybe. We'll think about it. Definitely want to sort of bring down at least this bit here. I'm just wondering if it's worth bringing down this sort of heightened lozenge here as well. Bring everything down to the sort of the same level. I don't know. There's obviously already a lot of fertile land there, and if we bring this down, presumably that will remain fertile as well. And we can do a similar thing with explosives around the edge that we did over here. And just sort of ring it off. And fertilise what we can around the edge. But that's an idea. That's an idea. Over here we will set these off. There we go. Select the end one. There we go. And I'm wondering about just actually bringing this down all the way. Because that's not really usable space at the moment, but that could be. If you see what, if I bring that down, this level will become a bit more usable in terms of space. So that's probably the best plan. So I will lay in explosives along there like that to bring that down. Everywhere else seems to be functioning okay. I will activate 2 of these water pumps. We only have, well, now we only have 2 unemployed beavers in this district. So yeah, I'll just activate 2 of those for the moment. Over here, I will switch that one on. Not that we have the unemployed workers in this district either. So let's not bother for the moment. Let's wait until this one dries up, which isn't going to be long. Okay, but we will spin on through the drought. We'll get as many of these explosives laid in, but we're not going to set them off until the waters return because there's no point. Hopefully we'll get them done before the end of the drought, but I'm not holding out that much hope. Oh, these ones are done. So there we go. And we can now get rid of all of this. And we'll wait until all of this has been cleared out before we bother. That's going to be after the explosives are laid in here, I think. Oh, you guys are pretty speedy down here, aren't you? You're really on it. I respect that. That's good. It's a good work ethic. Do we still have explosives? We do, so they should be on their way. Oh yeah, there we go. This is the last one going in now. Well done. Bravo, beavers. Autosave at exactly the right time, obviously. There we go. Okay, that has opened that space up a little bit. There's now probably more we can do with that. Okay, but as I say, I will spin on until the end of the drought and we'll see where we get to. Well, 3 days left of the drought, or give or take 3 days left of the drought. And as you can see, we've undergone a slight reversal. We had a pretty major death wave, if we can get past the pretty major birth wave that we had immediately afterwards. And we currently have 7 buildings without workers. Almost all of our unemployed beavers have died of old age, with no one to replace them. We have 36 children waiting to grow up and fill those jobs, so I'm not particularly worried at the moment. Let's have a look. We have a forester, that's fine, and the lumberjack flag, so that kind of balances out. Explosives factory, it's a little bit more of a worry. A water pump, not ideal. Explosives factory again. Paper mill, gear workshop. So yeah, it's not food production. That's the main thing. But I'm laying in explosives up here, as you can see. They're going in reasonably efficiently. These are going in fairly well, so by the time the waters return, hopefully we'll be able to set those off. Yeah, that's where we are at the moment. We're now waiting for these children to grow up and replace their dead predecessors. Right, less than a day before the drought ends, and this little reservoir here has run out of water. It's not too much of a problem. We've still got 2 tanks that are pretty much full. So we should have plenty of water in this district to last us, you know, a day and a bit until the water returns. Should be fine. We've still got this water pump on just to keep this hydrated. We have actually got some trees being constructed now, so I will rush that lumberjack finally. And hopefully someone will come across and do that. Other than that, we are still waiting for these last explosives to be laid in because we are still short 1 worker in this district. We have a lot of children waiting to grow up. We have a few beds. I've built some more housing over in this district. Yeah, that's basically where we are. Everything else seems to be going okay. There's no major issues anywhere that I can see. Yeah, we're just waiting for these last explosives to go in. So I will come back at the end of the drought proper, or at least when the waters have returned. Okay. Day 4 of this particular cycle. The waters have returned, as you can see. The explosives here are all laid in, so we will set those off. I believe we should do it from about... Oh, I can't see anything. Hang on. There we go. Okay, well, that's definitely given us a little bit more fertile ground, which is quite nice. I'm going to get rid of this as well, obviously. I'm just thinking about where the best place to put the stairs in to replace it would be. Honestly... Nope, wrong one. That's not a terrible idea. At least for the moment. We'll probably just replace this one when we get rid of all of that. But over here, as you can see, we are still laying in the last of these explosives. I've started to remove the path and backfill, so we're nearly there with that. And then we'll start over this side. In fact, we can probably get rid of that path there. Yep. Okay, and we'll lay that in like so. And then, as I say, we'll spread over this way. We'll set these off first to deepen, to widen this reservoir. And then we'll move across this way and deepen it all the way around. And then we'll start working on the second layer. But before I do that, I think I want to bring this section down first. So we'll set these off and then we'll think about bringing all of this stuff down. to the same level as the district centre. Other than that, everything is going fine. As I say, we may have sorted our unemployment problems out for the moment. Housing wise, we've had to put in a new lodge over here because we ran out of housing space. Nowhere is complaining of a lack of workers, which is an improvement. Nothing is flooded. So yeah, we're doing all right. We're doing okay. Basically, I'm just now ignoring this side of the colony almost entirely because it's functioning fine. Yeah, I'm just now concentrating on moving up and getting all of this sorted. But again, this district is pretty much self-sufficient already. We are going to need more farming space, but once we bring this down, we'll have it. Yeah, that's where we are at the moment. So I will spin on until these explosives are done, and then I'll start setting up over here. But I'll bring us back for this big explosion. That might be the end of the episode. I am putting in more housing up here as well when we get round to it. What have we got? We only got 2 unemployed beavers over here. I was thinking about putting in a builder's lodge. We'll wait for the moment. We'll wait until we have a few more adult beavers to staff it. Okay, we have 27, 11 over there now. And only 1 over there. Okay. Okay, that's not too bad. We've cleared out all the trees over here pretty much. So we're going to need to start laying in explosives over here as well. So yeah, I've got some explosives to lay in. Got some new farmland to set up. I'll be back when I've got it all ready. So that's a fair few days in. Day 11. Over here I have put in a bit more farmland because we are not doing so well on food in this district at the moment. Partly because the population in this district is now around 55. Yeah, so I've just put in some more farmland. We got potatoes, carrots, and a little strip of sunflowers down there. I've put in a water dump to just keep the rest of this hydrated because it did drop down. Or it does drop down. Yeah, everything else is pretty much the same. We've had to shift a few beavers around to sort of maintain full employment in all of the districts. We've been sort of touch and go in a few districts. Specifically this one. We've had a few death waves from this district. I think probably because I built housing in blocks rather than one at a time spread out. So the birth rate is in blocks as well. But yeah, we seem to be okay at the moment. We seem to have sort of ridden that storm. We have a lot of children about to grow up, but that's fine. Over here, we've pretty much cleared out the tree growth here. And what I'm going to do is detonate these explosives. Just as a start, and we will pop in that. Oh, no, not planting crops. We want tree cutting. We might as well select the right thing. That would be a good plan. Get rid of all of that, and then lay in a new lot just to clear out all of this as well. And then obviously we'll bring explosives over and we'll get rid of all of this and bring it down to the same level and give ourselves a lot more space. Yes, I know you haven't got anything to do in range. Give it a moment. Over here, we have laid in explosives along there. So we will get rid of this bit. There we go. And we can get rid of these stairs now as well. And I'm laying in explosives. Whoops. Oh, come on, John. Come on. There we go. I'm laying in explosives up here to start taking down this bit as well. yeah, that's where we are at the moment. I'm going to set these explosives off shortly to round out the episode. But I'm thinking about moving up here as quickly as possible. So if I just take the top layer off of there and then start taking out this section, that might be a better way of doing it. Yeah. Maybe sort of take it out strip by strip here, as we are also laying in explosives up on here as well. I don't know. But I definitely want to sort of start moving across here. It's more important to get rid of this than it is to get rid of this, basically. This gives us more room. This gets us closer to our goal. So coming across this way is definitely the priority. Food-wise in this district, we're still doing okay. We are still sending food in, I think. Oh, no, we're not. No, we're not sending any food at the moment. But we seem to be doing okay. Once we bring this bit down, we can put in some more farmland, obviously. And I was thinking about creating a bit of aquatic farming down here. Since this is infertile anyway. It makes sense to just blow a hole there, stick an aquatic farm in, some steps down, and a water dump. So that's something I might do. Obviously, we're using a lot of explosives at the moment over here, so that's a maybe plan. We have no wind again. There's a surprise. Yeah, everything else, as I say, I'm pretty much ignoring everything on this side of town at the moment. I don't need to do anything over here because it's just functioning. It's producing explosives for us and building up a stockpile of the other resources, like gears and planks and things, if we ever need to send those out. So that's its function now, really. And occasionally to migrate beavers out to other districts. Just thinking about what to do over here. I do think probably for this district a bit more farmland might be an idea. Maybe some more wood cutting, because we've only got that little bit of wood supplying us at the moment. So that's not ideal. So yeah, I think we'll probably lay in some more explosives around here as well to start bringing the rest of this down. In fact, let's start laying those in now. Okay, probably can't reach any of these. Oh, we can reach those. That was fortuitous. That's as far as we can reach. Okay. So we'll lay those in and we'll drop those down, and then we'll, build steps up and paths out and all of that to move around. Okay, but I will spin on one last time. I'll see where we get to by the start of the drought. And then it's going to be 3 days to the start of the drought. We've got 3 days to see where we get to. I might spin on till the end of the drought. We'll see. It is the last day before the drought. As you can see, I have built in our main district a little pit for a Lido, just to give them some extra happiness there. It's slowly filling with water. Over, where are we? Over here, these explosives are laid in, so we'll set those off. There we go. Now we can get rid of the stairs here. And the path. And pop in a bit of explosives on there. Okay. Now, the reason I'm back just before the drought starts is that I want to set this off now, really, before it all dries up, so it has a chance to fill. So let's do that. Oops. There we go. That should give that district a lot more water during the drought. Now, up here we have more explosives to set off, and over here you can see I am laying in the first set of explosives to drop this last section down. Lots of explosives, as usual, really. It's kind of what we do here. I was also thinking about this space up here, which is well within range of the district centre, and I was wondering whether or not to use this for aquatic farming, as well as putting some in up here. It's just an idea at this point. We are using our explosives in this district over here to bring this down. Oh, these are done. There we go. Yes, we are using the explosives, or will be using the explosives in this district to bring this down, but is it worth putting in some aquatic farming first? And I think that it is. So, aquatic farmhouse is 2x3, I think. So, like that, and then we'll need a water dump as well. No, not pause. Delete. Yeah, good batting, think, man. And we'll pop in an aquatic farmhouse there. That should work, I think. Yeah, so put the water dump in there and use this for aquatic farming. Yes, we will do that. Obviously, that's not going to be done before the drought hits. We've only got, like, a few hours before the end of the day. So, but this has had plenty of time to fill up. But we'll leave the episode there. Next episode, we'll continue to march towards this. I think we're going to be looking at putting in another new district. Not sure how far this one will reach once all this is taken down. It's just turning sort of orangey red there. So we'll probably be able to get out to about here and still build. So we'll be able to put in a log cutter up here, clear out some of these trees. Need to think about how we're going to get up here, whether we're going to keep it stepped like this or whether we're just going to bring it all down to one level and then steps straight up the side of the reservoir. I am loath to do too much changing of this in case we get spillage and crossing over of crossing the streams, as it were. So we'll probably leave it mostly as it is. Obviously get rid of things like this. Things like this. But if we're coming straight up, we'll just sort of build in tiered sections up the side. And honestly, this district is largely going to be a building district. We can just send food and everything across to it. No, it's going to need to be at least partially self-sufficient because we're going to want a lot of builders and a lot of haulers. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to need to build a proper district here as well. But we'll leave it there for this episode. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do give us a like and a subscribe. Please check out the other videos on the channel, give us a comment, all of that. And please join us next time. And until then, I've been John. This has been Timberborn. Please do take care of yourselves, stay safe, and bye-bye.